Hello and welcome to all of you gorgeous Leos out there. I hope you are well and I hope you enjoy this new video series that I am releasing today. So these videos will be a one-a-month video. They will be released on my channel probably the week before the beginning of the new month. So by the first of each new month, you'll definitely have your look ahead for the energies of the month ahead available to you. Please can I ask you though, because I would hate for you to miss it if you do enjoy this video, down below is the subscribe button. Please click it. Subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and click the bell notification, because then at least that way you don't always have to think about it. You always don't have to remember. YouTube will remind you Rene has released your video. So if you do like it, please subscribe, click the bell notification, and give the video a thumbs up. You know, every thumbs up certainly helps. It's a little thing from your end, and it means very little on your end, but it certainly helps my channel get the momentum and the movement that it needs. So I do appreciate it. So Leo, we are here. What are we going to be doing? First of all, I have a whole bunch of cards on the table here in front of me. I'm not going to bore you with I'm going to be using this one and this one. All that information is in the description box below. So click the little down arrow, open up the description box, and you will see everything you need to know about today's reading in that box below. Okay, so if there's a particular deck of cards that I use and think, oh, that's a nice one, I wonder what it is, it's all down there. All right, and as always, I'd love to hear from you. So if you enjoyed this feature, if you got some really good advice and information and guidance from it, comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. So let me not dilly-daddle any longer. Let me not waste your time. Let's get straight into your energy forecast for the month of May 2020 for all you Leos out there. So we're going to start off with the Trusty Tarot. So I have already shuffled all the cards and reset them and implanted the energies and the intentions and all of that other good stuff. I've done all of that. So we're just really going to, now that I have your attention, we're going to shuffle and just make sure that we are completely in tune and connected. Okay, just if you don't know me, if this is your first time that you've come across my videos, I'm a terrible shuffler. I have been reading cards for more than 20 years, but I still haven't learned how to shuffle a deck. I'm terrible, terrible, terrible. Right. So, Leo, let's draw some tarot and see what energies we have. What are we dealing with? So, Leo, the first one we have, May 2020 for you, is the Magician. So the Magician is all about having all the tools that you need to achieve the outcomes that you desire. So clearly this is telling you that May 2020 is going to be a busy month for you. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to do. You're going to have make sure that you've got everything figured out and everything in order to achieve the outcomes that you desire. But busy is going to be a key word for you. And connected to that is another busy card, is the Knight of Wands. And he's all about action. He's all about diving in and getting things done. He's not about, well, let me ponder, let me think about it, let me strategize. The Knight of Wands, as you can see, he gets on his broomstick and he's just going. He's going. When I get there, I'll figure it out. When I get there, when I assess the situation. So it's all about on the spot. It's all about being inventive. It's all about being creative. And it's all about figuring things out as you go. And I know that you Leos are really good at that. I know that Leo's not afraid. Leo's not afraid to jump in first, put their hand up and say, right, I'll figure it out. Let me do it. Let me do it. Okay. So you've got this. May is going to be an interesting month. It's going to be a busy month. There's going to be a lot of things going on. And you're not going to have the luxury of time to strategize and to figure it out. You're going to have to just wing it, as they say. Figure it out as you go. Right. So I'm going to leave those two cards here in front of me so that I can see them, and I'll bring them into the reading as we go. But what I want to do now is I want to turn to the Oracle and to see what message the Oracle has to contribute, to add, and to give. So remembering these messages are all about guidance, all about inspiration, and all about a bit of motivation on knowing what's coming up, what's in store for you, so that you can handle it to the best of your abilities. So let's see what the Oracle has to say for all Leos today. And we're taking that one. So Leo, very interesting. I did not expect to get this one. This is air magic, okay? That's what it says down the bottom here, is air magic. And Leo, air magic is saying to you about pondering, thinking, you know, having a plan of action. So it really contradicts what we've said before with the other two cards. But you know what, as much as, and it's interesting because this is exactly what Spirit is sort of saying to me, as much as you are ready to jump on your broomstick and go, and as much as you are ready to tackle the inevitable and get things done, there is still time for a bit of planning. There is still time for a bit of pondering. There is still time for a bit of strategy. So as much as you're good at jumping in and getting things done, and as much as that is your nature, but it's saying to actually allow yourself 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be days, weeks. Allow yourself 5 minutes to ponder. Allow yourself 5 minutes to strategize and to think about things, because you may find what I'm getting from this is you may find that you've already been in such a situation before. Whatever it is that happens that you want to charge into, just stop for a minute, give it a thought, because maybe you've done this before, which means that you have some inside information on how best to handle it right here and right now. Okay, so air magic, give it a bit of thought. Right, so I'm going to leave that there. Now, obviously, what is it that's going to happen, and how do we best handle it? So now we're going to go into the Enchanted Map Oracle to see how best to navigate this, how best to handle the situation as and when it crops up. Once you've given it a bit of thought, all the rest of it, let's just see what is our next step. What is the next step that Spirit needs you to know to handle May as best as you possibly can? And there she goes, flipping cards. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm going to take that one right in the beginning. I'm laughing. It says slow and steady. Okay, so Leo, we know that you just want to charge in. We know that that's the kind of initial response, the initial reaction that you have to everything. If something goes wrong, Leos are the first one to say, I got it. Everybody sit down, chillax. I've got it. You're going to jump up and you're going to start getting things done. And it's interesting because we started off with that speed. We started off with that strong energy. We started off with that capability. And we're not saying that you're not capable, because we all know you are. We all know you truly are. But we have the air magic, which is telling you, you know what, remember, just to give yourself 5 minutes to think. And now we've got slow and steady. And you've heard the phrase, you've heard the saying, slow and steady wins the race. Okay. So Leo, as much as you are wanting to charge in, as much as you are wanting to steamroll into whatever it is that's going on around you, Spirit are asking you today, Spirit are urging you today to slow down. During the month of May, when the chaos hits, when it seems like there's so much to do in so little time, just slow down and just breathe. Just breathe, and to know that it's going to be okay. I like that, slow and steady. I know it's going to be hard. I know. All right. So, Leo, next deck that I'm moving on to is the Spirit Animal Oracle. And what we're doing here is we want to know during the month of May, because remember, this is all about May 2020 for all Leos. And these are people, the Leo sun signs, the Leo moon signs, and the rising signs. So if you've got Leo in any one of those, then this message will somehow apply and be applicable to you. So what we're doing now with these animal spirit cards, we want to know what animal spirit, or what spirit animal, let me get it right, is working with you during the month of May. Which spirit animal is connecting to you, working with you, and what message do they have? So how are they going to assist you? How are they going to guide you during the month of May? Which animal and what is their message? And I want that one. So Leo, you have got the beautiful, gorgeous moth spirit, which is telling you surrender now. And, you know, I totally understand it, because Leos are truly our leaders. Leos are those that are always up front. You'll never find, well, it's very seldom that you'll find a Leo way in the back of the queue. Leos are always up front and ready and eager and able to jump in and help out and to get things done. Leos are the ones getting everybody in the right place and making sure everybody is sorted out. But sometimes Leos forget about themselves. Sometimes Leos forget that they're exhausted, that they're tired, that they're stressed to the max, that they've been pulled in all directions and so forth. So it's very interesting that you've got moth energy with you for the month of May, and moth spirit is telling you to surrender now. So don't be so quick to jump ahead. Don't be so quick to just jump in. Can you see the dragon on top of the mountain. I wasn't sure if it was dragon, to get my fingers to the right place. So, he's jumping in, he's flying towards the danger. He's saying, you know what, I can do this. When I get there, I'll figure out a plan. But does he realize that he is just one little person against this huge, big, majestic dragon? Okay. And please, Leo, don't misunderstand what we're saying to you, because we know you're capable. We know you're superhuman. We know that you know how to use your tools. We know that you've got your skill. You know what you're doing. You know how to do it. You know how to handle everything. You can perform miracles. We know that, Leo. But it is just a case of taking a minute to think, taking a minute to strategize, being a little bit slow in your approach, taking your time to make sure that everything is ready, and make sure that you're not jumping into fires that you actually can't put out. Surrender before it's too late. Surrender doesn't mean not even try. Surrender does not mean give up before it's the time. But surrender is just saying to know when to pick your battles. And if you know that you're not going to win, if you know that you've gone into it, you've started 5 minutes later, you realize it's a little bit too deep for you, get out of it, okay? Because that's what Mott Spirit is saying. Don't just keep going. Don't just keep flying towards the flame, because you will burn out. Understand and recognize when the flame is a flame and when it's a street lamp, and surrender at the right time, and you will be okay. All right. So that's generally the kind of energies that you're going to be dealing with during the month of May. And I do hope that that's going to help you and guide you on your journey. But no message is complete until we have something about romance. So this is the Romance Angels deck, and we want to look at relationships. So it doesn't matter if you're single. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter what your relationship status is, whether it's fantastic, whether it's complicated, whether it's, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly, it doesn't matter. We all need a bit of romance in our lives. We all need a little bit of love from another. So let's see the message that the Romance Angels have for all Leos today for the month of May 2020. What is the situation with your romance? Let's have a look. If I don't hold the cards the right way, I can't fan them properly. So this is interesting. So Leos, it's telling you to release your ex. And it says that the bottom here, the time has come to clear your energy. So if you've never been in a relationship before, so if you are single at the moment and you've never had a relationship before, how do you release your ex? What does that phrase release your ex mean? Well, I'm going to say it to you now. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your relationship status is. It doesn't matter if you're single, married, never been in a relationship, etc. We all have a past, okay? You could have been 12 years old and you had a crush on somebody, and that crush might not have been reciprocated. It might not have been returned to you. And there are unresolved feelings there. And that's what this card is referring to. Even if you've been very happily married for 50 years, there are still unresolved emotions, and the time has come to clear your energy. So spend a bit of time, even your current husband, wife, partner that you've been married to for 50 years, they could be the same ex that you're needing to release. Maybe there's something that happened 20 years ago that you've not ever gotten over. So we're going to say not so much the releasing the ex, but this one at the bottom here. It's time has come to clear your energy. So we're not carrying baggage any longer. Now, during the month of May, it is important that anytime an emotion comes up for you from anything connected to a relationship situation from your past, we're going to let it go and we're going to release it. All right. So, Leo, thank you so much. That is your energy forecast outlook, or whatever it is, for the month of May 2020. You may come back and watch this video as often as you like. If you like the video, if it's given you a little bit of guidance, if it's given you a little bit of inspiration, please click the thumbs up down below. Show me some love. Click the thumbs up. Subscribe so that you don't miss my future videos. And until we do this again soon. You'll also have, I need to remind you as well, on a Monday we have tarot scopes for each of your zodiacs, and on a Friday we have pick a card, and once a month we will have these long extended videos. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care.